Hey everyone, what's up? This is Stephanie here with creatingwithin.com, and if you guys recall, a couple months ago we had a candid conversation with Teal Swan. Recently, we had the pleasure of hosting her here in Atlanta, Georgia for her synchronization workshop. I have a couple of clips that I want to share with you guys to give you an inside look to what goes on at these events. I hope you enjoy.
If you have a question when I get done with whatever person is sitting next to me, you're going to raise your hands. And the person whose question vibrates at a frequency which matches the questioning of the totality of this group is going to light up. That means whoever I pick has a question that pertains to everyone here, and it's the next step in our expansion.
All my life, even as a child, I have had complete strangers come up to me and say, I know you. Why is that?
I think it's because you vibrate at a frequency that allows people to feel as if they're home. It's what would enable you to be a good healer or somebody who's very good at listening to people and their problems if they come to you and talk about it.
Now, how can I use that to serve people?
You can be a sounding board. I want you to think of a circumstance that made you feel that empathic hit of, I just can't breathe, this is, the situation is too much. Do you want me to explain why you're crying right now?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so it's like if you step up and you think you're going crazy because you end up crying, this is really what's happening. Because of the nature of my practice and what I've done here, the vibration that I hold is resonating at a frequency which is so high that not many ailments or not many suppressed energies can exist in the same wavelength. So you're actually sitting inside my energy field right now. So that causes you to resonate. That's the law. We understand the law of attraction, which is just a really sort of watered down version of explaining that the only way that you can experience something in your reality is if you are a vibrational match to it. So for her to sit here as close as she's sitting to me, she has to be a match to the frequency. That means anything that is not vibrating at a like frequency must be released.
Thank you.
You're lucky you're not throwing up.
The 2 mile walk.
Most of us in the spiritual community like to say, oh, I totally believe these things that I'm talking about. But only part of us do. It's very rare that we are stepping completely into our beliefs yet. Because it's like a split personality. We've got part of us that espouses and practices these spiritual concepts, but let's be honest, most of us got here via the root of pain. And so we still have an aspect of ourselves which is very much anchored in those old beliefs we thought we got rid of.
Can we do some shadow work?
Cool. What would you like to start off?
What am I not trying to look at?
What I'm observing is actually, well, obviously, we're in a synchronization workshop, it's something that you share with many people in the audience. It's that there's a basic unwillingness to really commit to a human perspective. It's what separates you from humanity, and it's also what separates you from doing good work with humanity, is that we want to avoid our unhumanness. It's very common for many of us who come in these spiritual intended sort of lives where we're on the path of spirituality. We come in from a great many different consciousness streams. So whether that's extraterrestrial, whether it's multidimensional, we have come in with a perspective which benefits people which are living at a very basic physical level. That's obviously most of your intention is to come in and wake people up, right? So if you're intending to come and wake people up, you have to relate to the human condition. But this is a major crux issue for those of us that come in from other places. We come in, the human condition provides contrast for us, so we don't want to commit to it. Healing does not work in a linear fashion. This is what we are all expecting when we get on the spiritual path and we don't understand the cyclical nature of the universe. We're expecting that we have an issue, then we heal it, then we're done. See that linear process? But really, healing happens more like onion layers. And we're sort of eating our way from the center all the way out of it. Pick someone right in the front row.
Go ahead, Kim. What am I supposed to say to her, though?
You're not supposed to say anything.
Okay.
I want you to realize this person is not real.
I feel bad. I want to say sorry now. I want to say sorry. Like, I just picked you, and now we just said you're not real. And before the workshop, we were talking about the fact that we often have questions that we want to ask you, but then we think about maybe what our answer would be, and then we're like, okay, well, that's good enough, and we don't ask you anything at all. But then I was like, well, we're here watching you, and we're looking for answers, so what would you tell someone who wants to ask you a question, but they end up just being okay with their own answer and they decide not to ask you anything else?
It depends, it's person to person. Some people don't value their own questions or answers enough to come up to the seat and ask these things. Some people are really stage fright people too. When people come to these or don't come to these, they say, okay, well, she does question and answer. This person is like a know-it-all. They think they have all the answers. That's not what this is about. Nobody has their finger on truth. And so all this is me sharing my perspective, which is a multidimensional perspective, with you. That happens to benefit people sometimes, but it's still a perspective. So what these Q&A sessions are designed to do is to bring forth the leading edge thought. That's all we're doing. As people come up with original questions or even old questions which need further answering, we are moving thought into the new space. So it's not about coming here and having your questions answered and that's the end of it, and Teal has all the answers to your questions. It's about coming into a space where you remember the fact that you have all the answers. That's the benefit of contrast. You come down, you experience what is undesired, what is unliked, what is unwanted, and that shows you what is wanted, what you do like, and that's what the universe is. That's why the universe, the vibration of it, is constantly being added to. I'm talking 24/7 by every being in existence, in every dimension, in every universe. And there are many. The adult you has got the beliefs, but we've still got a little kid that's alive inside of us. So what you do to heal that is go back to the kid.
So,
No matter how many times it takes, this is super crucial. Because we may think that we've rescued that kid already. The reality is you haven't. You may have to rescue these kids over and over and over and over and over until they get the picture, which is that somebody's there for them. That's your aspect of resistance, so that's exactly where you gotta go if you want healing. What bugs you about talking to the kids so much?
Because I have trouble acknowledging him as a separate being within myself.
Oh, people are composites. If you look into the crowd, every single person you see here is a composite of a multitude of different personalities, a multitude of different little kids that are stuck at traumatic places. These are all separate perspectives. We're like an ecosystem of perspectives.
Hey guys, what did you think? Wasn't that inspiring? If you want your own personal experience with Teal Swan, check out her website for future dates. She'll be in London, and Prague, and Chicago. Check her out. This is Stephanie with CreatingWithin.com. And remember, communicate, connect, and create.